Welcome back to the Xsplit Duels, ladies and gentlemen. We continue through with this first best of 7 of the day. Spawning here in the top right corner of the map from Acer, it's the red Zerg player, Paranoid.
And spawning in the bottom left of Waystation, we've got our blue Terran player playing for Alien Invasion. It is Lillekanin.
So we've seen some pretty interesting games out of these guys so far, and we're only 3 games in.
Yeah.
Coming up around game number 4, I can only imagine what's in store, but if we follow the back and forth thus far, Paranoid it might be the one who wins this game. Before we delve too far into this, guys, because it was requested in chat, the total count, the bets are closed now, you can no longer bet, but 5,686 bets placed on Lillekanin and 3,427 on Paranoid, so not too different. Normally we see some pretty big differences.
And this is a bit interesting. We see close spawns Waystation. Of course, the other two positions are, it's just it plays such a big part in how the games are played out. It's such a big difference in the distances between the two different players, and I mean, I guess we're gonna see a lot more aggression with these close positions. Like maybe the Zerg player is gonna be going for like an early or mid-game timing. Or maybe, Lillekanin is going to do something funky again.
Well, what
the
I like...
distance and other space are very short.
Well, there's also one other key difference between the rush distances. These spawn locations have a lot smaller chokes than the other ones as well. So whether it's for walling off for speedlings or whether it's walling off against the Hellbats and Hellions that have been causing Paranoid so much trouble, it's something that's actually going to be possible and doable. It is a little sad too, by the way. Like, I want to bring that up. He did go for the double evolution chambers and the Roach Horn and the wall last game on Overgrowth, but it's not enough to just have the wall down. You gotta either fully plug that up with a spine crawler or stick a queen in there. Either way, I don't imagine Paranoid's gonna suffer the same problems he had last time. The one thing that I do find remarkable about a lot of these players is there's the stubborn players. They never learn from their mistakes. Paranoid, the few times I've cast him, never seems to make the same mistake twice. So I imagine that'll be probably rectified right away.
Yeah, that was just a bit slow there because he did make a lot of drones. Like, I was a bit surprised because he was like oversaturated, taking his gases a bit late, but he was just making a ton of drones. I was imagining that he was gonna transfer those to the third nice and early, but he did lose the third. And he spent all his larva on drones despite not really using them very much. He's kind of cutting corners there, not really making, because he was getting speed, but he wasn't really making a lot of Zerglings. And his roaches were a bit late, and also he didn't have his queen in the natural. Blocking that wall off, so there was like no units and also not fully walled off, so a little bit sloppy, a little bit greedy maybe, but yeah, I don't think he's gonna do the same mistake twice.
Good drone kill though. It's a bit of a miss right there. He's going for the spore crawler, of course, just barely missed it.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, early on, you can really rationalize losing 1 to 2 drones, maybe some of your lings, as long as you don't lose all of them. Lings, that is, not the drones. Of course, you don't want to lose all your drones, but keeping the Zerglings alive is really important for actually catching the Reaper afterwards, because there's no point in having Zergling speed available if you've got nothing to fight them with. Now, it's worth noting, Paranoid did not go for gas, though, guys. There's not going to be Zergling speed, and Lillekanin, who's not dipped up to the main, doesn't know this, so he may be playing under the impression that, okay, you know what? Most Zerg players take speed. 6 minutes, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, well, speaking of which, though, he's doing kind of the same thing he did on Overgrowth, where we thought he was going to play gasless, all the way up until like 36, 44 supply maybe. But he took a gas again, like one gas, but a bit later, so that's kind of funky.
Alright, so I'm hoping this is going to happen. There's a pretty good chance it's not. But with his third command center positioned where it is, I'm really hoping he goes to the island base. I've been screaming and moaning and whining about Terran players just having this really easy access to, even if you don't want to invest SCVs because you're afraid of mutalisks, just dump mules over there. But no one's been doing it. Cats, to date, is the only person in like professional play I've seen take an island base on this map. So I'm kind of just sitting here like, oh, come on. Command center is so close. Like, why would you build it here? Oh, come on. I don't know if he'll do it, but I'll be very happy if he does.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Protoss players do it a few times. Like, I met a Protoss player in my finals I played in an offline event in Gothenburg this weekend, and he took that base, and I just went meet us, and it was a good time. But yeah, we don't see it all too often, especially from Zergs and Terrans. And with that Starport coming down, maybe he's gonna make like a medivac to transfer SCVs there. I don't know, maybe.
Looks like that may be the case. Nope, cancel for Viking. Oh, you got me so excited for nothing, Namshar.
Well, I mean, he's probably just gonna saturate his natural first. Like, there's no point floating the CC already now. Like, he's probably just gonna make SCVs and maybe just, float SCVs there with the medivac later, I guess.
Here's the problem with this, though. Paranoid does have the Overlord, so I think that's probably why he went for the Viking first. He may very well have had the intention to transfer the SCVs, but there's no point in doing this if you reveal it right away and suddenly there's Mutalisks in your third and there's just nothing you can do about it. Because we've seen how ineffective turrets are, I mean, honestly.
Yeah, indeed. And I mean, also, you know, you might as well just saturate your natural, you know, with 16 workers before even bothering, because he's not really efficient until that point anyway, so... We'll see. But
oh, he's gonna do it. Oh my god, he's gonna do it.
That's so early.
Sorry. Very excited.
There we go.
I wish Zombie was here so badly right now, so I could rub this in her face. But, okay, so this is kind of a cool tactic, guys. It's gonna give him more of a freebie for a third, but it does leave it at risk. You can't run Marines here to defend it. You certainly won't have Thors walking or spawning there anytime soon. But if some way the Roaches can touch it... Yes?
We're seeing all in. Paranoids, 2 gas, massing Roaches and circling, speed finishing now.
That's a good point. Their base coming a little bit late, of course, but this bunker's not done. He actually can't repair this to wall off. The Marauders have got to get inside there.
That's finished.
Okay, if he holds the bunker, he should be good. I mean, Marauder DPS is fantastic versus Roaches, of course, but holding this will not be easy. He'll lose a couple SCVs in the process. It's the whole point of the Roaches to pick them off, but he's focusing on the bunker. Small mistake out of Paranoid. Oh, he actually picks up those Hellions. Nice. Or Hellion. Singular.
That bunker timer was clutch though. Did it finish? That would be nasty for him.
But you know, here's the thing though.
Really close.
And this kind of goes back to what I was like getting jokingly exciting about. Like, let's say the natural base gets compromised. He has to lift, pull the SCVs back, and he's stuck in the main. He's actually going to have that other base mining still.
Yeah. Yeah, this is really nice for him having that third over there. And I mean, Paranoid is going to be behind now. He didn't do the damage he wanted to. His evos are coming down now, but. I kind of want to call that a build order win for Lillekanin though, because he was going for this 3-base Hellbat push again, it seems, with the Marauders, and he just happened to have like 3 Marauders there for the Roach attack.
This actually bought him some pretty nice time though. That aggression out of Paranoid. Look at the second bunker coming down. He's going to be playing defensive. I don't think he's pushing out. Not till the Banshee's got cloak at least. But never mind. There we go. I was gonna say, like, the fear is always that, okay, you know, your units are halfway across the map. Suddenly there's 18 Roaches in your natural. What are you gonna do about it? But you know, one of the things, too, for Paranoid, he's going to be able to fight on creep with some pretty decent creep spread, but his army value is pretty low, and he doesn't have a whole hell of a lot of Roaches available.
He's going to need to produce some units right now. It's pretty scary for some Lillekanin, but...
Oh, Banshee sneaks its way in here, too. Cloak not quite done yet, but doesn't need it right away.
Yeah. It's incredible damage, actually, and the push at the same time. There's only 4 Roaches here. That's not nearly enough.
No, but you know what?
Make more.
He's got that Spire in the way, and this is the problem. If he had got that clutch sort of Roach max out, quote unquote, that we'd seen before, like where he had just panicked and made a ton of them, you know, that held this last time. This time he's going to be waiting for the Mutalisks, I think, and that's why we see him not exactly pumping a ton of Roaches out right now.
Oh, man, yeah, I was surprised. I was thinking, is he supplied? Like, what's going on? Like, he's making more Roaches.
Those drones are on a journey. They're going to go across the desert and then back. But the Spire finish you up. Mutalisk will be on the way. He might have to sacrifice his turn. In fact, the third, there's no way he saves this, quite frankly. Throwing away what little units he has into it would not be effective.
Yeah,
actually, he's not picking off the Roaches. Oh my god, those Hellions, though. Those drones just got wrecked coming back from their retreat.
Yeah, on third base falling. That kind of sucks, but... I mean, what does Lillekanin have for the metas? Let's see. You know, he's got a lot of minerals. He just tossed down a couple of CCs because, you know, he had money. And he's not mining gas in his natural. He's got 1 worker on each gas. That's a big mistake.
Oh my god! Hang on, damn sure. Are you watching what's going on at the third right now? Did you just see that?
The what?
He just did some really crazy medevac micro to save 2 Marauders like 5 times over from those Roaches.
Really? Wow. No, I missed that, sorry.
Ace gets killed again. I mean, you were watching the important things. I was watching the, oh my god, this looks cool things. Hellion's rushing through here. Mutalisk still not on the way. He's going for tech. There we go. Mutalisk now popping out just in the nick of time. As you say, did they go to the wrong part of the map? But swooping in from the main just as soon as they hatched. Hellbat's transforming, but damage going to be minimal. Banshees are still going to be a bit of an issue, but they'll get cleaned up here in a second's time. We had some drops go off in the main with those Marauders still going strong. Base down here was killed. Base up here was killed twice. Paranoid is in a lot of trouble, but if he can hold this off, his counterattack has some real good potential.
What's really good though for Lillekanin is that all this, you know, harassment he's been doing has been really good for him because it spots him so much time. Like these mutas are spending so much time chasing up these Marauders that Lillekanin is getting so much time to get his turrets up. He can start Thors now. I was getting worried for him because he started mining gas in his natural so late, but he's got so much time to prepare now that he's got two Thors in production at the same time, so he's gonna be fine versus the Midas. But the third, yeah, he's got a lot of turrets there as well. So he's fine, he's doing really well.
So just a side note to what you guys just saw in the natural base over there, it's the frustration of every Terran player who doesn't have 3 Hellions trying to kill workers. It's just one shy of being able to kill them properly, and splash damage gets all wrecked if you try and do it otherwise, but Paranoid's gonna pick off 2 of the turrets, loses 1 Mutalisk though, so not exactly worthwhile, but fully where this base is out and available, Lillekanin's gonna have to invest a lot of turrets to make sure these Mutas don't wipe this base.
Yeah. But at the same time, I mean, it's okay, because he's mining on 3 bases. Paranoid is taking his third now, so again we see Lillekanin from the early to mid game just being really ahead. And Paranoid, he did that all in, didn't work, and then he wasn't ready for the counter attack of Lillekanin. And
oh, the long distance mining! The struggle is real right now! The Hellions actually don't kill as many drones as I thought they would. They were in a perfect line, I thought there would be a lot more killed, but 8 dead, a couple more here at the third base. Man, this guy's got magic Hellions, they just pop up everywhere.
Yeah, it's like, what are they?
Like, is there a Nidus roam somewhere for our Terran player that we haven't seen? It's just magic Hellions run across the map and keep slipping past Paranoid. Keep it
2 proxy factories somewhere.
Right? So here's the thing, guys. By constantly applying a little bit of pressure like this, Paranoid not only has to keep his Mutalisks at home, but he's forced to use more larvae for more drones. At this stage of the game, you don't have a macro hatchery, you don't have incredible larvae lying around, you can't get that crazy army composition of like 50 Mutalisks, because you gotta invest so heavily on your drones to make up the difference. So it might not seem like he's getting a whole hell of a lot of damage done, but it's absolutely worthwhile for Lillekanin to continue poking the mineral lines like that.
Yeah, and holy mule at the third, at the island.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god, and we just lost, Paranoid just lost like 8 Mutas to a Thor volley. That was like 4 Thors. And just
sure. You make me look at the third for like a second and I missed the coolest stuff, man. Dude. Like, what are you doing, man?
I just realized what I did. It's like, I just looked back in the middle and like, boom. 10 Mutas just pop.
Okay, well, we see Roach Tunneling Claws coming out once again. This is a strategy that's pretty effective, only if it goes unseen. The problem remains, though, that, this can easily be kind of rectified with a quick scan. But what is nice is it gives the roaches some insane healing, guys. Roaches already heal faster while burrowed, everybody knows this. But they heal even faster with tunneling claws. I don't know why that was built in the upgrade, and I've got no complaints about it. But it's hilarious watching Hellbats try and kill a burrowed roach, because it takes quite a bit of time.
Yeah. We see Overload drop actually being researched, so that's cool.
I think right now he's really trying to prioritize getting past tanks, but there's not a lot of tanks to get past is the thing. It's more Thors and Hellbats.
But he might want to be, he might want to drop on the island base as well. But, oh my
true.
god, there's a lot of turrets on the island base.
Yeah, it seems like a silly investment, guys, but you gotta keep in mind, the only way that this base is under attack is from Mutalisks. But yeah, that's...
I mean, there's 9 Mutas. Like, 4 turrets would cut it.
That's 12 turrets? That's 1,200 minerals he's put into this island.
It's more turrets than there are Mutas.
But you know what? Here's the thing, though. The cost of 1,200 minerals is way less than what he'd probably lose trying to take a 4th base down here, or a 4th base up here. So it seems a little bit silly, and we're giggling about it, guys, but honestly, it's still technically worth it, because he can't afford to take a 4th right now, and he knows it. Not in a typical conventional place, at least. Just while we got a bit of downtime here, shout out to Fothu. Thank you for the sub, man. Much appreciated.
6 that?
Okay, so Paranoid's gonna go for the attack, but there's turrets for defense, and he knows this because he's been poking around with the Mutas, so I don't know what he's trying to do with this. Look at that regen, by the way. Takes the tank hit, doesn't even care. Roach is almost full health again. He's trapped. This was a big mistake, I feel. I mean, this was a distraction, I think, for the other set, but this wasn't worth it. Not in the slightest.
This is a 2-point attack, though. Paranoid is trying to drag the arm out of position, I think, and then move into the natural. Yeah, there we go. Tunneling claws, but there's a turret, so...
Run in with the links first. Just YOLO down the turret or something. I don't know, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, nice.
Immediately raises the
depots.
Yep.
Nice reaction.
I've talked about this with Zombie Grub. I'd love to get your thoughts on it. Why can't you burrow underneath the depot?
Maybe they've got like
when they're lowered, you'd think you could burrow. You wouldn't be able to burrow, right? Because the depot would be in the ground blocking the burrowed units. And when they're raised, you think you could burrow underneath them because the depots are above the ground, right?
Most likely, like when you build houses and stuff, you make like cement and stuff like all the way deep into the ground to solidify the building, right? So maybe there's like
so the basement's
like
blocking
deep down. Them. Yeah,
Then why can they burrow through them when the depots are lowered? Where's your logic now, Namshar? I know, StarCraft 2, hashtag.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah,
okay.
Got nothing.
Right now, what's really important, guys, Lillekanin's got this almost unbreakable army as is, but he's moving towards the even further unbreakable late-game composition. Corporate reactors on the way means he's going to start producing a ton of Ravens. And I don't know a single Zerg player in StarCraft 2 who's like, boy, I love going against a ton of Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens are good.
I mean, the harass tactics he's been trying to pull off are great. He's trying to poke around where he can, what he can, get around the army, because he knows he doesn't want to engage it head-on. But we got the Infestation Pit on the way, whether it's for Hive or whether it's for Swarm Host. Either way, his tech's going to be too late. The push is already here on his front doorstep, and unless he can fully pull Lillekanin back home, this is just going to be a base trade. And one that I don't think he's going to win.
Yeah, this is going to be a base trade, and I like that Lillekanin left 3 tanks in his natural and 3 tanks at the third. They are going to fall, but
they kept the roaches from going in there. Yeah, the roaches would have otherwise just slammed into that wall and not given a... okay, GG. Lillekanin saves me from cussing on screen. Takes the lead now 3-1. This also puts him 1 win away from total victory today.